Hey, everybody, welcome to the MURCA Guns and Freedom podcast with your host, me, the Yankee Marshal. As always, this is just an open chat. It's a place where you can come and talk to me. I like to be accessible. I say things that piss some people off. I say some things people don't understand. And I want to be here so you can come ask me questions. If you want to know my opinion on something, you can suggest a topic. Or, like I said, if you disagree with me, you can let me know. Currently, I've got an open challenge to anybody who wants to come in and show there's actual proof that P320s are unsafe. So far, no one's been able to do it. Most people don't even try. They love to make comments, but making a comment in the live chat or in a chat comment section, well, that's worth nothing. Come in, back it up, show something. And even in those comments, no one shows anything. They say, oh, there's a video of a cop getting out of a car and the gun goes off while it's in his holster and you can clearly see it. No, you can't. I've seen that video 1,000 times. You can't see the gun at all. And you can actually see his elbow go up and hear him drawing the gun as it goes off, right before it goes off. So bullshit. You've been programmed to believe something that ain't true because that's what people are like nowadays. People make improbable claims. And if it's something they want to believe, they'll believe it without evidence. They'll even think they were shown evidence because that's how people think nowadays. And it's sad, really. I like to discourage that. I like people to think. So that's why I like people to come in with different opinions, etc. So feel free, come on in, state your piece. Let me see here. I like to always start these chats by reading if we've had any orders made over the last day or so, or last 24 hours to support TYMP. And we actually have, because we've got a shirt that's a bootleg shirt that's selling right now. The cotton in this country, we used to sell Nazis, or used to shoot Nazis shirt that I've been selling. So we've been selling a couple of those every day. So we've actually got people's name to read. And by the way, if you have, why is that one on hold? One of them's on hold. All the others are in production. One is on hold, but one from yesterday shipped, so it doesn't look like they've stopped making them. I'll have to figure out why that one's on hold. Did the payment not clear or something? Well, it looks like the payment didn't go through because I think because every now and then someone will order something. I have to put the money in to cover that. So I'll go over and say, oh, someone spent $25.50. I'll put in $25.50 to cover it. And then the next day I'll be told, oh, you didn't put in enough because they changed the shipping amount. They adjust, and it'll say adjusted shipping, and they raise it $1, and now it just not enough to cover it. So they don't cover it. So I got to go in and add that yet. So that's why that one's on hold. So they haven't stopped making them yet. So the people who ordered them today should be able to get them. We got John Mandrick today, Greg Schoenheider, Brian Huff, Joel Bailey, and Aaron Talley all bought merchandise today to help support the TYMP program. So thank you to them. We have not gotten any. We lost like 20-something patrons because it was first of the month, and a lot of people canceled last night before they got charged. Oh, we lost Domo Arigato, Mr. Omato. We got a free member, Donald Adriano O'Keefe, joined as a free member. So that was good. At least we got one free member to offset the 20 paid members who left. As far as Subscribe Star goes, I don't know if I've got to welcome any new members over there, or if I get to. Let's see if I get to. Nope. Big Dog Reed is the last one that donated, and we lost a couple. It looks like we've lost a few, actually. Who did we lose? Okay, yeah, there they are. And yep, they left. All right. And remember, it's pretty soon we're going to be giving away the gun back here on the wall, the custom TYMP Zombie Slayer. That's going to go to a Patreon member. So if you want to be in the running for that and you want to support TYMP or Pets and Vets, go become a Patreon member. If you want to support Pets and Vets, it's got to be the TYMP Pet Defender tier that you choose. All right. Let's go over here. And also, if you want to become, if you're a TYMP, why do I got that up there still? Oh, there. Okay. I'm supposed to close that before I start chat. But people are supposed to remind me, and they never do. But they do, but I don't see it. But as I was saying, if you want to be if you're a TYMPP recipient, those have all been set up. You should be getting shipping notifications early next week. So from grabagun.com. So watch your mailboxes and your spam folders for an email from grabagun.com. Also, if you want to register to be a recipient of TYMPP, TYMPpistolproject.com. This right here, that's the address you go to, and that's where you can sign up. You can also go to my webpage to buy merch from there, like my Black Knight versus 10 millimeter. Tisn't just a scratch. Please call 911. As you can see, he's had a big hole blown in him there by the 10 millimeter. For the people who like Monty Python. And all kinds of other designs over there, like the bootleg cotton shirt that is bootleg as hell. This is kind of bootleg too, but they get around that because there's, Black Knight is a historical figure. It's not necessarily owned by Monty Python. Well, it's not historic, but it's a literary figure. So that you can't really get in trouble for copying a product, a character that someone else copied from public domain literature. Cotton is not in that category. What were we talking about? Oh, yeah. If you go to TYMPpistolproject.com, you can sign up for TYMPP, or you can support it by going over and buying merchandise or becoming a Subscribe Star member. You can support Pets and Vets by becoming a Patreon member. You can do everything from that one location. So go check it out. Now let's get to the questions. I got a couple coming in over here real quick before I get started. Pigar said, LOL, I am a man. Well, that is kind of funny. But that's the spirit. Never give up. Trailers looking for full trailers. Is it true that anti-gunners don't want a person to have firearms for self-defense, even if your life is in danger? Anti-gunners seem to be so afraid. Well, some people feel that way. I'd like to think most people don't feel that way. I'd like to think that most people that get tricked into being anti-gun, supporting these stupid laws, do so because they're afraid of bad guys with guns. Like gang members and cartel members and all this other stuff. They think that that's the entirety of gun owners in the country. And if we just took their guns away, they wouldn't be able to hurt poor innocent people. So I like to think most people come from a place of good, but misguided good. Where was I? Pigar once again said, hold on, Yankee. I got you. Let me leave the chat. You to donate to you direct. Well, that's nice, but you don't have to. You already donated. You're covered with fill and everything just because you donated over here. That counts. Jacoby, he's saying that because I got upset with him because I'm like, use the link at the top of the chat. Donate through PayPal. Don't donate through YouTube. YouTube fucking thieves. I can prove they're thieves. I've even got emails from them trying to excuse their thievery. Oh, well, we deemed those comments unfit, so we took the money and we donated to a charity, which is supposed to make it good. Like you're supposed to say, oh, well, they're donating to charity. No, you're stealing my money, donating it in your name to charity to lower your tax burden. Money people wanted to go to Pets and Vets is now going to YouTube to lower their tax burden. That's theft. And I've contacted the Attorney General in Washington and Oregon. Both of them said that there's nothing really they can do because they're too protected by government regulations. They're too the billionaires. Because people always talk about the deep state and they act like it's like, oh, it's government employees or the deep state. No, the deep state is the billionaires and the people that actually run the government. That's the deep state. And you can't sue them. They make sure you can't. What was I talking about? I don't know what I'm talking about. But Jacoby said, I'll seriously buy your Beretta Pico if you're looking to part with it. It's actually sitting right there in front of me. I'm looking at it right now because I took it off the wall because I put my new Beretta, because, I got that new Beretta Bobcat Tomcat, and it's on its pegs right now. So I took it off the wall because it's a disgrace. But I'll find some place to put it back. I'll put it back up there. There's a spot open up there. Because I gave away my P30 SK, so there's an empty spot right there. Gave it away to one of the winners from one of our fundraisers. All right, let's get back over here to the regular chat, see if there's any questions coming in. Remember, if you got juicy questions for me, send them in. Okay, where am I? All right, let's get over here. I'm going to hit the right button the first time today. Now let's see if any of these are actually chats or if they're purchases. I got to filter through. Today's the first. That's a purchase. This is a chat from Dale Rickety. Dale Rickety, old man Rickety. Oh, I got to get his mug set. They sent me a thing about how I didn't put enough money in. His one of the ones that was like 50 cents shy. I got to get his mug reordered. And he said, gosh, daggit, all my freaking mad money is going for bills. It's going to be months before I can get a new gun. I feel you. At least you ain't got to spend money to put in a new shower in your bathroom, and they don't want to charge you an arm and a leg to do it. Because I got to put a new shower in my bathroom because right now it's one of those, it's the old builder's tub and shower that's been in there since the house was built. And it's too shallow. It's only 30 inches deep. It's too shallow for my mom. It's too shallow to put up a glass door, even by code. So I want to take it out, put a shower there, so my mom doesn't have to step up into a tub to take a shower. She can just walk in and have a little bench and stuff. And I want to make it deeper, but it's so expensive. So expensive. So expensive. So at least there ain't no way in hell your mother's alive. So there's no way you have to do that. If you want to make a shower that had enough room for your mother, you just have to have big enough for an urn or something. I can't believe she'd possibly be alive. Would she be like 172? But getting back to the topic over here, to the chat over here, Mikey D chimed in and said, if they didn't disarm you, say you can't carry here or there, and you had it on you, wouldn't be in the vehicle. Well, that's true with some cases. Yes, if people who leave their gun in their car when they go into the post office, etc., that does make sense. If you didn't have to take your gun off, there'd be a lot less guns left in cars for people to steal. But some of us carry an extra gun in the car for when we can't access our gun, or in case like we have to arm a friend, or we find ourselves in a situation where our regular everyday carry might not be sufficient. You know, we might have to get back from somewhere or during a natural disaster or civil upheaval, and we might want a rifle or something else. So yeah, I got two firearms in my vehicle. I got a rifle in the back and a 10 millimeter Glock in the front. That's all upgraded power and backup. The rifle being upgraded and the other being backup. All right. So that explained his riddle from earlier. See, when you don't write it in riddle form, it's a lot easier for me to understand. Johnny Mandrick chimed in here and said, who is Jason Mandrick? Who decided what colors the shirts are? Wait, who's Jason Mandrick? I don't know. Did I say Jason? Because I all the time ain't paying attention to what I say. I don't even know a Jason. Who would I be adding? I do know a Jason. I went to school with a Jason Duncan. He was a friend of mine. We sat together in psychobiology for like 2 or 3 years straight in a row. He was one of those guys. He was like a big, beefy football player guy, but he was also an intellectual, one of those weird ones, you know. The shirts, the colors are just randomly. I just go through and just kind of like randomly choose them because they give you like 20 options and you get to choose like 8 or something like that. So if there's ever one you want like a special color, you got to let me know and I can make it available. I'd have to take another one away, but I'd probably take away white because no one bought. I put white shirts on there because sometimes people want white shirts, but most of the time I don't think anyone wants a white t-shirt. But then again, every time I make one that doesn't have white available, people are like, we have to wear white t-shirts. We can have patterns on them, but we have to have a white t-shirt. So I end up going back and making a white one. P-Gar once again chimed in and says, I kind of want a Taurus curve. Is that wrong? It's not wrong to want one. It'd be wrong to buy one. But wanting one, well, that's perfectly understandable. It was a very unique design. It was very innovative. It's cool. I wanted one. Buying one, however, that'd probably be a little much. Dale Rickety said she would be 104, my dad 110. LOL. I knew they'd be fucking old. Well, they have you when they were like 12? Well, it was the 20s. So I guess they had kids early back then. Let me get back over here. Who did I just read? Johnny Mandrick, I think. Christian Carlson chimed in here. Oh, no, wait. I missed Jay Lugo. Heavy J chimed in with his $2 tithe to Phil and said, I don't care how many times the topic come up, why are revolvers superior to semi-autos? It's just the way the universe is. They're more powerful. They're more reliable. The only thing semi-autos win in is capacity. And that's like saying, I would rather, instead of having a Ferrari that is fast, instead of having a car that could do 210 miles an hour, I'd rather have 5 cars that can do 41 miles an hour. It just doesn't make sense. Capacity don't always beat performance. In fact, it very seldom does. And then Christian Carlson chimed in and said, missed the talk, but I sometimes keep a handgun in a safe in the console and an SU-16 or 995 in a rifle case under the rear seat. I always wish I had one of them trucks. The trucks nowadays have the seats that fold up and they have the big containers underneath of them. I see these companies that make big, heavy-duty locking containers for those. Almost makes me want to trade my car in on a truck next so that I can get one of those fold-up seats with the big container in the back. Keep you an AR and a couple backup pistols, some ammo so you could arm your friends if you had to in a bad situation. Makes me want to do that. I want to do a lot of things. Being able to afford them is different. The things I want to do, if you put them in one hand and then put the things I can afford to do in the other, is definitely not going to be the same size pile. Let's just say that. Clinton Barella, and like I say, I love his pasta. Waiting on my Dawson sights for my G17. They're the only ones tall enough to work with the Delta Pro. That Delta Pro. But the Delta Pro also, isn't that the one where you can buy a little attachment rear sight for it? Are you doing that and then doing a Dawson front sight? Or because I do believe I think I have one somewhere and it's got a sight that attaches to the back of it. I don't know where I put that gun. I know I've got one that has a Delta Point Pro and I know I have it co-witnessing. Where the fuck is that gun? It must be with my guns in the house. I've got that flag safe over my bed with guns in there, like a shorty shotgun and some pistols. So I think it must be in there. But I like the Dawson sights. Even if you didn't have a reason to get them, getting them's a good idea. Eric Wong is paying his tithe to Phil. And it's nice to see Wong being right for once, even though 2 wrongs don't make a right. But he's in the right because he's paid his tithe to Phil. Email sent for die cut magnets. Thank you. Let's see. Do I see one over here? Oh, it's searching for John Heasley. So, because I wanted to double check his address today and never took it off. Just a follow-up email and remind to please make these magnets. I think I did. Oh, die cut magnets. I made those other 2. Were you the one that asked for those other 2? The Eeyore one, and wasn't there a Piglet one? I made those, but I didn't remember who asked for them. So let me keep this open. If that was you. Did I miss something? Oh, I did miss a super chat from Ghost Shadow. Is it over here? Did I just not see it? Or did I get distracted by P-Gar? Oh, it is over there. I didn't see it. It's Ghost Shadow saying, when I go on base, I leave gun at home. Well, yeah, that's a good idea. They're touchy about guns on base. You can't have guns around soldiers. And while I'm at over here, Flash in the Pan said, it's getting old hearing everyone complain about how Trump treated Zelensky on his latest visit. Well, and I'm sure people got sick of hearing People complain about when Obama did something or when Biden did something or when Bush did something. It's just part of it. You're going to hear a lot of complaining, especially if they do something stupid or immature or anything like that. Where was I at? What was I doing? Haters going to hate. All right, get back to the chat over here. Whether they're right or wrong, I'm not making a statement about whether people are right or wrong and complaining. I'm just saying someone's going to complain no matter who it is. If they're on the opposite team, they're going to find a reason to complain. Who's this here? Paul Garza came over and donated in a way we'll actually get to keep it and said for Phil. He paid his Phil tithe up. So he's caught up on his Phil tithe. That was an order. Did John Mandrick go over and order something else? He must have. Let me go over and look and see. Oh, no, wait. He was the last order on the list when I looked earlier. And no, he did order something else. He ordered the same thing twice. What is he doing? No, that's how many times are you ordering the Washington Resist shirt? You've ordered that multiple times now, I think. In different colors. And then he got the cotton shirt, which I thought he already got. He must have got a spare in case he wears out his other one. I wish I'd start doing that, buying in case I wear out my ones. I don't really wear shirts out, but, it seems like the one I wear a lot is the ones I always like the best, and then I wear them out. Where was I, and what was I saying? That was Johnny Mandrick. Richard Wilson chimed in, paid his $2 tithe to Phil, and said, "Oh, hell, Phil, what is your opinion of the CZ Shadow Compact for EDC?" Well, that's like saying, what's my opinion of a Rolls-Royce Ghost, Silver Ghost? It's fucking near perfection. Yeah, the CZs are awesome. I really want one. I saw a bronze one at Sporting Systems the other day, and made my balls ache. I wanted it so bad, but not gonna happen. It's too pricey for me right now. But it was nice to hold it and pretend. But yeah, they're awesome. To put it less grossly than my balls aching, they're just awesome. John Hammonds, I mailed something to him today too. I think it was a patch. Hey, you ain't got, or no, yeah, it was a patch. I think it was a patch. Hey, you ain't got a Glock 49 with a Hollow Sun SCS today, so I'm paying the Phil tithe. Well, you better pay your Phil tithe, or he'll make your gun, well, he'll make your red dot always be off, just a little bit to the left. That'll teach you. All right, that catches me up with the super chats. I can now get to the emails, and I've got some to share here, so let's get started. That was Ghost Shadow telling me I missed his chat. I don't need to share that one. But he did send in this picture here of his 605 with a speed loader. It's Taurus, very similar to that, to save my bacon in Birmingham, Alabama. When my ass was on the line, that gun came through. So that's from Ghost Shadow. Then we got, what's this one? Share. This is from a nominal snowman. And he says, YZ250X, that would be the one back here, plus the gang. He's showing us, well, there's the one right there. It is by itself. And then there's the gang with it. He got him a new back, I guess. Guess he got it, finished it last weekend. I guess he was redoing it or fixing it or something. He needs to stay off him motorcycles. He's going to die. And I think that's it for the email. So let's get over here to the questions. Well, we got a super chat came in real quick. A nominal snowman says, send pic of my YZ250X mods complete plus bike family. Oh, he was modding it. I'm not sure what comes stock on that bike because I've never owned it. I'm not a Yamaha. I'm not going to say not a Yamaha fan. I got nothing against Yamahas. It's just not one that I've ever really bought. Although I looked at a Yamaha street bike the other day and I was like, that's nice. I forget what it was called. And it's not the Eliminator. It was something. What was it called? I can't remember. If one of your guns was a fine woman, which one would you sleep with? Which one makes you happy? I wouldn't sleep with any of them if they were a fine woman. I'm a married man. I wouldn't, and I ain't interested in that. That's for young people. Sex is for young people. Old people, that's why we're so much happier. We don't worry about that anymore. It's nice when you get to a point in your life where you're just like, yeah, sex is something that if it happens, and you'll smile and get through it, but it's not anything you seek. It's not like when I was younger and it's what I lived for. I would drive hundreds of miles to get new stuff. It's not like that when you get to be my age. You don't think in those now I know a lot of these guys, well, take some tea so that I can get my sex drive up. Well, yeah, nobody wants that. Nobody actually wants your 60-year-old fucking ass with your stringy muscles and your saggy brown skin, wrinkled brown skin, being all bonered up. No one. That's not a thing anybody wants. And plus, you're not supposed to have testosterone that high at your age. That's why people are dropping dead of cancer at a higher rate now. Tattoos is causing more lymph node cancer, and the T is causing a lot of prostate cancer increase and other cancers. That's even if you've got like mild, like a skin cancer, and you start pumping up your testosterone, it will increase the spread and the chance of malignancy. Visitor just showed up at the door. Oh, look at that. Ain't that cute? Little armored rat or armored possum. I call these attack possums. They're assault possums. You got an arm. Why is it not showing? Was that not showing? I clicked on it. Share screen. Window. Share. Why is it not wanting to show? It's just showing a black screen. Can you all see it? I can't see it, but it's a picture of a possum. Let's see if this is from Eric Molnar. Let's see if I can share the picture itself and not the email. Share screen, window. For some reason, it's not sharing the screen. Are you all able to see it? I can't see it. Huh. He's got an armadillo on his porch. Why is it not sharing that? Let me close that. Let me try again now. Share screen, window, possum. No, it ain't working for some reason. Nope, it ain't working. I don't know what's going on, but it ain't working. Yeah, tattoo ink becomes cancerous to the human body when it's exposed to UV rays. I have never felt the need to get ink. Yeah, and it's really showing up bad now. I was reading a study the other day saying that the increase in lymph node cancer in men has skyrocketed because everybody's getting all these tattoos and sleeves, and a lot of them are starting to get to an age now where it's causing problems. And they are like, they've never seen this level of this type of cancer except in sailors, like when they would do just sailors because they had tattoos and stuff. And it's like they're starting to make the link that it's from the tattoo ink. All right. I wish I could have showed the armadillo. He's cute. Don't know why it's not working. Let me get back over here. Make sure I'm all caught up. We still got 7 minutes left. We're all caught up over there. We're all caught up over here. Let's see, how far up can I go? I can't go all the way up. That's why I tell people not even bother putting in comments during the first section that we're going to be reading later, because I won't be able to get back up to them by the time we get to them. Hey, Yank, how many rounds should put through new pew pew? Well, as many as you can. But how many do you have to put through it? Well, I don't know. If you go out and you shoot a modern gun, 50 rounds, and it's working, it's probably going to work good. Modern testing isn't about breaking in. It used to be testing was about also breaking in parts to where they actually were more fit and function together properly now. That's not a concern these days. With the way they build things and CNC machining, etc. They used to actually hand fit parts and they would fit them to where they were just not quite fit because it was better than overdoing it. And that way they would wear themselves in. That's not a thing anymore. Now, you didn't have to wear in like guns for the military and stuff because they made them a little loose. so that they were already would function. But you don't really have to do that anymore. You don't have to break your gun in. You're just testing it for. It's not actually break-in period now. It's just defect testing. And if you get through 50 rounds of ammo and you haven't noticed an obvious defect, probably not going to notice one. So you're probably safe, but put as many through it as you can. A semi-auto is safer if you have hang fire. Well, yeah, but how often do you have a hang fire? I mean, hang fires are very, very rare. Usually with hand-loaded ammo. So if you're not hand-loading, you probably won't have that problem. The times I've had hang fires have been with ammo a friend. That's why I've sworn off ammo other people give me because I'm not shooting anymore. The time I've had a hang fire that caused me a problem, that was hand-loaded ammo. And when I was young, we had a problem with it was hand-loaded ammo. I'm not a big, I don't trust other people. I don't trust myself to load ammo, much less other people. My Jeep Gladiator has storage under the rear seat and you can lock the seats in place. So maybe I'd get a Gladiator. They're cheap as fuck. You can get a Gladiator cheap now. Hell, the lease terms on them now. It's practically, well, bring it back in 3 years and put gas back in it. And that's pretty much the lease terms now. They're just trying to get them off the lot. Same thing with the that Dodge Charger Daytona, the EV. They can't sell the fucking things. I was seeing a lease thing the other day for employees that if you're an employee or a family member of an employee of the company, they're doing leases on the Scat Pack version for like $495 a month for a 3-year lease. So you're paying $495 a month to buy one of the fastest, nicest EVs you can get on the market. And that's cheap as fuck. Now, it is a 10,000 mile a year lease. That was the one option thing about it, but I don't put 5,000 miles on my car every year. So I could definitely do that. I could do that easily. Did I ever click on his chat when he chatted Jacoby? I don't know if I did. Let me see. Where am I at? Am I all caught up to everything? Make sure we're still caught up. Yep. John Hammonds was last one over here. Jacoby was last one over there. The post office sucks. They didn't deliver package today. Well, that sucks. I wouldn't know anyway. I don't ever get my mail. It has to build up out there for a while before I get it. If I let it build up too long, they'll actually bring it to the door. Like, here, your fucking mailbox full. He said your post office sucks. Yeah, well, they're a little slow. They're on the slow side. They don't rush out here, that's for sure. If someone stands near the edge of a river, do they deserve to have a dog push them in for the dog's own amusement? Well, I'm okay with a dog pushing people in the river anytime they want. I assume they were a bad person if a dog pushes them in a river. I'm always going to take the dog side. I'm going to be like, that guy did something. My Tinder date, if I'm excited or carrying a gun, I said I'm carrying. She got in her car and left. Well, are you sure that? I don't doubt that. That's guy they do with the gun. I'm going to give her benefit of the doubt. It's probably because you're ugly. Because I've seen a lot of people come to my chats, and let's just say I don't attract a pretty crowd. There's not a lot of Mr. Universes in here right now. There's a lot of Mr. You-know-who's or what the fuck is that, but not a lot of Mr. Universes. A lot of people look like they came from another planet, maybe, but not a lot of you, Mr. Universe. I also saw the story. A Newfoundland is a large dog. This particular dog threw its entire weight into its head and front paws and pushed people into the river in Paris. Good, they deserve it. I'm going to replace the plastic knob on the speed loader with a brass one. Well, that'd be something you can do. That's a use for your little lathe. What would you compare a 92 FS with? Have a good weekend. What would I compare a 92 FS with? I would say other 9mm that are double stack. Other guns, because they're a gun. I don't understand. What would you mean? What would I compare it with? Finally got a hold of a Chiappa Rhino 30 DS. Love everything about it, except I cannot find a good holster for it. My holster, my 30 DS holster, I got from Lobo. I had to order it because I could find 4-inch ones, but I had to order a 3-inch. I ordered a 3-inch and a 4-inch from Lobo holsters. See email titled visitor. I did, and I tried to share it, and it wouldn't let me. I don't know what you did to your email. Phenomenal Snowman signed up here and says, might be getting promoted in 2 months to 130, 140,000 a year. What gun should I buy off my wish list in celebration? Sent email of it. Ooh, what? New gun for, he sent a list of his list. Let's see what's on his list. Can I share this one? Let me see if it was just that email, or is it having trouble sharing a screenshot now? Yeah, it's not sharing that one either. So it wasn't anything he did. It's not sharing screenshots right now. I don't want to do that. That's not what I wanted to do. All right, so I'll just have to read it. Here's his list. Henry Big Boy in 357 Magnum. Colt Kodiak. Well, that is the leader right now. Ruger Precision Rimfire. Savage Model. Henry 4570 government. That's nice. M1 Garand. TG36K. I don't even know what the fuck that is. It's banned in Washington. Mini 14. Well, you can get a Mini 14, just not some models of it. And you can't get the one like I have now, the 18 model with the folding stock. Well, there's just you just can't possibly get those in Washington. But that's a choice. That one's okay. I like that option. Henry Lever 410. Oh, get the brass one, and then we can trade, and you can have my black one, and I'll take your brass one because I want the brass one. I got the black one. 12 gauge bolt action. Mossberg 590S Shockwave. Chiappa Triple Crown. Well, that's nice, but no, made in Turkey. So I'm going to say out of those, there were only 2 real options. The Henry Big Boy, the Mini 14, or the Colt Kodiak. And I would say I go with the Kodiak. I would, you're not the rifle type. You're not rugged enough. You with a rifle is going to look like, like a ballet dancer wearing a cowboy hat. So I would go with the Kodiak. Let's see here. T treatments is what got Jaeger. Yeah. Because if you've got something like the neurological diseases, getting those testosterone replacement therapy, that really aggravates the disease. They're showing a lot of link between that and Parkinson's and other Lou Gehrig's, all that stuff. So yeah, it is not worth the risk just so that you can get bigger muscles or still say you're virile. There's a reason why you're not supposed to be at your age. Cancer is very easy to happen at your age, and that really, really, really promotes it. And other neurological issues. I read that from Scorch about the tattoo. Ghost Shadow said, nope. What's he saying nope about? Oh, nope. I bet he can't see what I was sharing. I bet that's what it was. It always trips me out when guys are like, natty for life. Just take some TRT hitting lift PRs at 50 something years old. Yeah, it's like that guy that gave us trouble on New Year's Eve. He's one of those Joe Rogan T treatment guys. My T levels are this, and I've got fake tan on, and I'm buff. Well, that buff didn't do you any good, did it? Because my old fat ass took you out pretty quick. Because you were fighting like, I don't know. Some people just throw it. They go in like they think if they come at it like an angry badger that they got the advantage. And I'm always like, well, no, I think calm and collected beats the angry badger 90% of the time. Even the cops were like, you're very calm. I'm like, well, that's how I've been trained to react to these situations. I grew up in these high pressure fist fighting knock down, drag out, someone's going to stab someone situations. So I'm used to them. And I'm talking family reunion, family outings and gatherings. So I'm used to them. It's afterwards I get upset. I don't get upset during. I stay very calm and collected during. But then later I get upset. And believe me, calm and collected wins the day most of the time. All right, I think we are out of time. We're out past time. Why didn't y'all tell me we're past time? I'm here babbling and we're out of time. Let me say thank you to everybody who came today. I appreciate it, especially people who kept the chat going, rolling. Remember, if you want the cotton t-shirt, it's still selling. It's still on there right now. They ain't taking it down yet. Although I bet most people have got it by now because I really think it's becoming my #1 selling shirt. Let me look and see, because it only has to sell like 25 to become the #1 selling shirt. So let me go to custom tees. It's my 4th #1 selling shirt right now. The only shirts that have sold more is Mouse Guns, Knights of Pew, and Save the 40s. Those are the only shirts that have sold more right now. The protest in this country, we used to shoot Nazis shirt is my #4 selling shirt of all time. It got there in a few days. Those other ones have been available for a couple of years, I think. So if you want it, go get it. I will see you all again tomorrow. And like I said, thanks to everybody who helps out with the channel. It's appreciated. People who support pets and vets, pay the tithe to Phil, join the church, all that stuff. I appreciate it. I'll see y'all tomorrow. And like I said, if you've got any ideas for shooting the shit topics, send them over. I like not having to think of a topic. So that was a blessing today. So like I said, once again, thanks to everyone. I'll see you again tomorrow. Until then, remember, always carry and stay safe until I see you again.